It started with something small, too small to matter, or so everyone thought. Late one night, a security guard named Daniel was watching cameras inside a subway station in Chicago. The station was almost empty. Only a few tired workers waited for the last train. That was when Daniel noticed him, a man standing near the wall. He was not using his phone, not talking, not moving, just standing. At first, Daniel ignored it. Some people zone out. Some people think deeply. But after a few minutes, something felt wrong. The man had not blinked. Daniel leaned closer to the monitor. 5 minutes passed. Still no blink, no movement, no shift in weight. It was like he was frozen. Daniel felt a cold feeling in his stomach. He grabbed his flashlight and walked down to the platform. The man turned his head slowly, too slowly. Their eyes met. The man smiled, but the smile came late, like he remembered he was supposed to smile. "Sir, are you okay?" Daniel asked. The man replied calmly, "Yes, I am functioning normally. Functioning. Not fine, not good. Functioning." Daniel's heart started beating faster. "Are you waiting for someone?" he asked. The man tilted his head slightly. "I am observing," he said. "Observing what?" Before Daniel could speak again, the train arrived. The lights flickered. For 1 second, everything went dark. When the lights came back on, the man was gone. Security footage later showed something worse. The cameras glitched at the exact moment the lights went out. And Daniel? He never made it home that night. The next morning, his chair in the security room was empty. But on the main screen, a man was standing still, watching, and he wasn't blinking. Daniel's disappearance was not the only one. Across the world, strange cases were growing. In London, a woman told police her husband came home from work, but he hugged her wrong. His arms were stiff. His heartbeat felt slow. He kept smiling at nothing. In India, a school teacher suddenly forgot the order of the alphabet. He stared at the board like he had never seen letters before. In Brazil, a news reporter stopped talking during a live broadcast. She froze for 12 long seconds. Then she continued speaking like nothing had happened. Doctors found nothing wrong. Brain scans looked normal. Blood tests were clean. Everything said they were healthy. But people close to them knew the truth. They were different. They felt empty. Governments began tracking the cases in secret. They called them behavioral anomalies. They did not want the public to panic. But scientists started seeing a pattern. Every strange person showed the same thing on brain scans. A small signal, a faint pulse. Not natural, not human. It was repeating, like a connection. Like something was syncing their brains to another source. A group of scientists from different countries shared their data quietly. South Korea, Germany, Canada, Egypt. The signal was global, and it was not coming from Earth. One young engineer in Egypt decided to test something bold. He built a homemade signal tracker using satellite parts and old radio equipment. After weeks of scanning the sky, he found it. The signal was coming from behind the moon. Something was hiding there. A relay station, silent, invisible to normal radar, but active. Always active, sending commands, receiving data, watching humanity in real time. The truth became clear. The strange people were not sick. They were being controlled, like puppets. Someone was pulling the strings. And Earth was not being invaded with weapons. It was being studied, played with. And no one knew how many players were already among them. When the truth leaked online, the world exploded with fear. Videos spread everywhere. clips of people freezing, clips of strange smiles, clips of empty eyes. For 3 days, cities were loud with panic. People accused neighbors. Families argued. No one trusted anyone. But on the 4th day, something changed. Humans stopped panicking and started thinking. Scientists worked together across borders. No politics, no secrets, just survival. Engineers studied the signal coming from behind the moon. It was strong, but not perfect. It needed a clear connection to control the human brain. That meant one thing. The connection could be blocked. A small team in Germany built the first portable signal jammer. It looked like a simple metal case, but when turned on, it disturbed the alien frequency. They tested it on a controlled subject. The man froze, collapsed. Then seconds later, he gasped. His eyes filled with confusion. "Where am I?" he whispered. It worked. The alien control had been cut. Hospitals around the world began using improved versions of the jammer. Controlled humans fell unconscious, then woke up, free, weak, scared, but human again. The aliens noticed. Their signal grew stronger. Power grids flickered. Air traffic systems glitched. Cars stopped in the middle of highways. The hidden players were fighting back. But humans had already learned something important. The alien signal had one main source, the relay behind the moon. And if that source was destroyed, every string would be cut at once. World leaders made a rare decision. For the first time in history, every major nation agreed on one plan. Not bombs, not nuclear weapons, something smarter, a countersignal. If the aliens used the human brain as a receiver, then humans would send something back, something the aliens were not ready for. They prepared to turn the game around, and this time, humans would be the ones pulling the strings. The relay station behind the moon was still active. It was silent, dark, watching. Human scientists knew they could not reach it with normal weapons. It was too far, too well hidden. So they chose a different attack, not fire, not metal, emotion. For years, humans had studied the brain. They had recorded brain waves during strong emotional moments. Love between parents and children. The pain of losing someone. The fear during war. The joy of victory. The hope of a new beginning. Now they used all of it. They turned millions of brain recordings into one powerful neural signal, a wave made of pure human feeling. It was risky. It had never been tested. But humanity had no choice. A joint space mission launched a special satellite. Its only job was to send the signal directly at the alien relay. When the moment came, the world held its breath. The signal fired. It traveled past Earth, past satellites, past silence, and hit the relay station. At first, nothing happened. Then something changed. The alien signal controlling humans began to shake, flicker, break. Across the world, controlled people collapsed at the same time. Then they woke up, free, crying, breathing heavily, alive. But far beyond the moon, inside the relay station, something else was happening. The aliens felt it. Every emotion humans had sent rushed into their minds at once. Pain from broken families, fear from battlefields, grief from loss, love from first kisses, sacrifice from parents, hope from survivors. The aliens had studied emotion like data, but now they were drowning in it. They had never felt fear before. Now they understood it. They had never felt loss. Now they carried millions of memories that were not their own. It overloaded them. The relay station went dark, completely silent. Days later, deep space telescopes saw something. The alien fleet was moving away, retreating, running. One final signal was intercepted before it disappeared. Human species status updated. Not test subjects, not weak, emotionally unpredictable, extremely dangerous. Earth was quiet again. The hidden players were gone. The strings were cut. Humans had won. Not because they were stronger, but because they felt deeper. The aliens wore human faces. They copied human words. But they never understood the one thing that made humans powerful. And when they finally felt it, they ran.